Hey, yo, what's up? Peace, family. All right, so consumerism is the perfection of slavery. Now, you're probably wondering why do you say that? The consumer the consumer is basically what the US thrives off of. The US thrives off of spending. The US thrives off of IOUs, loans, and it makes the average person become a spender, right? And not just that, they found a way to strategize and add more on top of that, right? You have so many things from paying your rent, paying your utilities, light bill, phone bill, etc. Then you got the massive advertisements where you're getting blown through full of ads of different companies to buy things. At one point in time, it was just off of TV. So if you were watching TV, you were getting these 3-second ads and you were being consumed into that. So I remember in the late 90s, right before the 2000s, they used to have something called paid programs. I don't know if you guys are millennials, you probably know what I'm talking about. Paid programs was what you see right now every 2 minutes on a YouTube video. And the paid programs came by way of utilizing the telephone, right? And I'm taking you guys back. So if you Gen Zs, um, early Gen Z, late Gen Zs, if you guys are even some of you late millennials, some of you guys probably don't even remember that. They would come on late at night, man. I'm talking about, right before you get ready to go to sleep. You got the person that's making the juicing businesses. They have the juicing companies, and right after they juice something, they say, "Oh my God, I got this juicer here. It is 10 times faster than your normal juicer." And then they'll do a little example for you, and then next thing you know, they'll slap on a 1-800 number. And they say, "Oh, you call this 1-800 number, you can get shipping and handling for free." This it's the same shit that you see with TikTok and all the different ads on YouTube. It's the same thing, but it was more in depth of you watching TV, right? So you had to be watching TV in order to see these ads. So if you wasn't watching TV and you was out and about, you know, uh, you know, shit, you could have been going to the park. You could have been doing something that didn't require you to have to spend all the time. But if you were stuck on TV, you were always going to be spending money on these paid programs, calling the 1-800 number, and you're ordering the product, and it's showing up at your door in about 5 to 7 business days. Now you got Amazon, and it's right in front of your phone. Your phone is right in front of your face, 24/7, right? And and the next thing you know, you're spending something on Amazon. You didn't even need it, but you thought about it. It showed it to you in one of the slide through ads, and you bought it, but you didn't need it. And then, not to mention, now you have attached what they call Uber Eats, DoorDash, um, and the list goes on. But you see where I'm going is that they keep coming up with ways. It's not really necessarily for convenience. It's not necessarily for convenience because to be convenient, you don't want to spend your entire fucking bank account on a bunch of products. That would be convenient. You just bust your ass uh for 2 straight weeks and you're gonna get paid and you're gonna spend all of your money on convenience. That's not convenient. I understand the concept of making things happen a little bit faster, but at the end of the day, people have spending issues. So what do? They take advantage of that. And it puts you into this position where yes, you become a slave to buying shit. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. That's why they keep adding on and adding on and adding on. Once they got this right here, once they got this phone, once they got that locked in, it was over. It was a wrap. They knew that they would be monopolizing on you guys and taking advantage of you. They knew it. And they're still adding on to the issue. So now it's backfired on the average person that likes to spend because they can't do it the same way that they always used to. Because now you got inflation times 10, tariffs up to 50, and at some point 60%. You didn't see that coming. So now you can't, not only can you not spend anymore, you're unable to save. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm just speaking to the person that knows right now when they get off of here, they're gonna get on the phone and they're gonna get on Amazon, they're gonna buy some shit right after this video. A consumer that's stuck in an abyss of buying slavery. You just don't know how to stop. And that's what I was talking about in a recent video of mine when it comes to the network of power. The network of power. Like power is something like that where you don't have the control. Someone else has the control. Not half the control, not 25% of the control, not 10% of the they got all of the control. 100%. They know right the fuck now. Jeff Bezos know right now. When you get off of this video, you're gonna go and you're gonna go into the kitchenware section of his app and you're gonna buy something from him. That's why he's chilling in the yacht, monopolizing, doing all the shit that they said that they weren't supposed to do. Facebook, Instagram, they said that you couldn't monopolize. That's exactly what the fuck they're doing. That's why I said they don't play by the rules. And I'm talking about I'm talking about the elites and the oligarchs all the time because that's all it's about. We, the people, we make mistakes, but the mistakes that we make, they take advantage of them. They take advantage of them time after time after time. They know that you got a drinking problem. They gonna flip those Hennessy ads on 10 times stronger. They said alcohol's on the decline. I guarantee you you're gonna start seeing some Ciroc commercials. I guarantee it. So if you got an alcohol problem, man, you better stay off of you better stay off of your phone because they coming. They know, right? They knew a couple weeks back that your kids got to go back to school. What do? Back to school commercials. Back to school commercials. Go start spending some goddamn money. Control over you. Guys think I'm messing around, man. I see this shit from a mile away. You're a slave to this shit. But you gotta figure out a way to open up another level of vision where you can see yourself being taken advantage of and get out of it. You got to get out of it. It's that serious. Because they're only going to continue to take advantage of your weaknesses, to continue to building the control of power. Go check out my other video about power. They'll make you not even know who you are anymore. Because they've done that before in the past. Strip people of identity. You become this whole new person. You was never spending before. Not until you start getting into that phone on those ads. Now you a big time buyer now. You probably don't even realize it. Crazy. But that's all I got for you guys. You know, it's your first time, tuning in. Like and subscribe to this video. As you can see, it's getting dark now, man. This is a later video. I normally like to drop my videos a little bit earlier in the day, but do the calls when it comes to family, and you gotta do what you gotta do. And appreciate you guys rocking with me. It's a small channel, but we plan on doing big things. And remember, truth's in session. Peace.